What'd you think about You People?
Yeah, the cast is probably the only thing that's tremendous about this movie. Let's get that out the way first and foremost. Kenya Barris, man, I don't know what's going on with you, but you might just need to be arrested at this point. Like I don't I don't really know what's going on, dog, but you might need to I don't know, you need some therapy. Go to some writers conventions. I have no idea what's going on in your mind. This movie, man, it's just not good. It's not good. It's painfully unfunny at so many points in time. There's a lot of TV shows out there that I think are very satirical on purpose, but the way they deliver them, the way the lines sit, the way the dialogue again is given, the way I don't know, they work. This just doesn't like it. It doesn't work at all. It tries to be funny. I think I maybe chuckled one time. Maybe I was 2 hours long just looking at a screen is not the funnest thing in the world, man. The only thing that was fun, I was like, oh, Lauren London's there. That's the only time I was like, yeah, this is the reason I'm here. Oh man, it's very cringy. Um, I don't even know what else to really say about the film. It's just not good. It's not a good movie. There's not much to say about it. It's too long. There's really not even a plot to me. Like at least it could have like lived in a rom-com space. And to be honest, it doesn't even feel like a rom-com because it's trying so hard to tell all these messages about a Jewish family and a black family being overprotective of their interracial kids or like their children being in an interracial relationship, and it doesn't even do it in like a what feels like a smart or provocative way that makes me interested. Like again, the rom-com doesn't even feel like it's there. For the most part there wasn't a ton of romance, to be honest. They tried to do like this weird thing where like Jonah Hill and Lauren London, you're like, oh, they could never exist, and I still feel that while I was watching it. I never felt like, yep, this is some great chemistry between Jonah Hill and Lauren London. Instead, I was like, no, this just still doesn't feel right. I don't know. It could have been everything surrounding it, right? I'm not blaming anything, even necessarily on the acting or the actors, but everything around it was just so bad that it didn't feel like it was worth any of this. But yeah, Kenya Barris has been missing for a long time for me. I really only like Blackish. A lot of people don't like that, but I have reasons for liking Blackish. That he probably didn't write every episode of that either, but this is just not it, man. I hope he figures it out, maybe, hopefully, but I am no longer looking forward to any of his projects, man. There's a lot I already don't like, and just add this, tack it on to the list. It's disappointing just because again the cast is fire, but it's also like a Netflix rom com by Kenya Barris. I can't say I really expected too much to come out of this, and that's exactly what I got. Pretty much a whole lot of nothing. So yeah.
Oh man. I'm sort of at a loss for what this movie is, which is so interesting because there is a large amount of varying opinions about this movie. I've seen everything from this is the worst rom-com I've seen in years to people
Sheesh.
praising it, saying that it's funny and it's brilliant and it's sharp in its writing. And I watched this and left this experience thinking that this was so bad and so not worth my time and just such an unenjoyable experience. I'm really disheartened at the state of rom-coms these days. There have been a few good examples.
Mm-hmm.
Ticket to Paradise is okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Liked Marry Me. What was the one with
Mm-hmm.
Channing Tatum and
Oh,
Sandra Bullock? City,
yeah. The city. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lost City of something or whatever it
Yep.
was.
Lost City.
It was like a rom-com mixed up with like an adventure story, so it had a little bit more to it. So there's a few examples, but I'm really disheartened at where we are right now because watching this movie, it might have killed a few brain cells in my head now that I think about it, just because of just how awful the writing felt to me. I think that I probably laughed a couple of times within the first 10 or 15 minutes because we mostly got like the
Yep.
deadpan Jonah Hill self-deprecating humor. I
Mm-hmm.
laughed at maybe a couple of those things, and then like Eddie Murphy's first round of dialogue, but he felt sleepy the entire movie. I don't even know if Eddie Murphy really wanted to be there. It just kind of felt
Yep.
showed up as a favor. Like, oh yeah, Kenya, you directed Coming to America. Let me just pop up here. We have a connection. I'll show up and do 3 days worth of filming to be on this movie. And I just watched this whole thing unamused, unentertained, unenthused about anything that I saw, feeling that the writing was so mediocre, feeling that it was just a bunch of stitched together scenes and moments that barely comprise and make up of a movie and a story, but it's been constructed as this 2 hour sort of commentary on interracial dating, which we've done that before. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is a thing.
Yep.
There's been a whole, subgenre of interracial dating movies, so that's fine. But what is this saying that's all that new? Not really anything. It's trying to be a modern twist, but I'd rather watch Guess Who with Bernie Mac and Zoe
Yes.
Saldana from 15 years ago. I'll just take a look at that because that was fine.
Yep.
This one, the one thing that I'll credit it is that I guess it tries to be somewhat of a love story to LA. I know Jonah and Kenya are both from LA, and so they paint LA a really beautiful city and do a lot of stuff to talk about the culture.
A lot of Nipsey stuff in there.
A lot of Nipsey stuff in there, some good music, some personalities there that are very much ingratiated in that community. That stuff is cool. Beyond that, this is a bad movie, y'all. This is a bad movie. I can't put it no other way. I didn't like it. I won't ever watch it again. I really have nothing else positive to say about it. What made me so confused as I was watching this, to talk about Jonah Hill and Lauren London as the main characters, they of course are in the relationship. How is it in an adult movie that is rated TVMA? That's the first thing you'll see when you pop on that movie. How is it that they never exchange any sort of physical intimacy in this movie? They never kiss. They never make out. There's not even a smooch. Not even a smooch. Not even like a goodbye. Like it's not that. I don't need to see a full-on sex scene with their socks off. Like I don't need that. Like we don't gotta get that graphic with it. But if you want to make it believable, we have to see something. Like we're adults.
Something.
And this is a movie where they're cussing, Eddie Murphy saying the N-word every 5 minutes. Like this is not meant to be a PG movie. So what's with the absence of any physical intimacy? They hug when they leave every time. Like, come on, are we being honest? Like everybody's relationship is different. Everybody doesn't always kiss and do all the same things all the time. But we didn't see it at all at one point in time. Did they even kiss at the wedding? I might have missed that. I can't even remember if they did that. Did we see
remember.
May Kiss the Bride? I didn't even see that. I think I might have walked out and went to the bathroom because I was over it.
It was already,
it was already. It left my mind at that point. This is just not. This ain't it. And Kenya Barris, as you said, I don't really know about the guy. He just ain't got it for me. And this is just a further testament to that fact, because I really don't understand how anybody can enjoy this. This is just the most contrived, obvious writing ever. There's so many scenes that are just so obvious. Like they talk about the N-word and they talk about the plight of Jewish people versus black people. And they compare the Holocaust versus slavery. You literally see this shit on Twitter. It's so contrived. It's so lazy and boring to me. And one of the biggest offenders, which people are finding funny, is that scene in the car. Fuck it, I'm saying it. It is what it is. With Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill, with the niggas in Paris from Jay-Z and Kanye, and he's just trying to get him to say the N-word. It's like, come on, bro. Are we really doing this?
Alrighty.
You're just goading him into saying, like, is this supposed to be funny? That's it, y'all. That's all I got to say about this movie. Can't really give it any much more time and attention. If you liked it, great. I love that for you. I wish I could have been you, because I love Eddie Murphy. I love Jonah Hill. I love Lauren London. I really wish deep down in my soul that I could have given this more, but I can't. I just can't. So don't hit me up anymore about my 1.5 star rating. It is what it is. Those are our thoughts on you people. If you've checked out this movie on Netflix, definitely hit us up and let us know what you think.